Well, shoot, I had no idea that you guys could actually see that I was even playing with this thing. Curmudgeon just sent me a DM to let me know that there was like 9 of you guys in here, and I was uploading video and I didn't know how good my connection was going to be. So when he told me there was people in here, I figured I better get in here real quick. Let me turn the light on in here. Okay, who's here still? Anybody? Can you guys hear me? How's the audio? How's the video right now? Let me know. I might do this real quick. Hang on one second here. Let's go back and look at my display settings. Go back to here. Let's show on one. All right. Let's see what I got going here. All right. I really wasn't intended on going live. I just, like I said, I just finished uploading Friday's video and, kind of charging some stuff up here at the house. And I thought, well, I'll give this thing a test and see how it's going. Forrest, Curmudgeon, JD, what's happening? Smokey, how you doing? Junior, awesome to see you. Sunshine, hey, how are you? Holy smokes, this kind of... So in answer to the question of when I'm going to go live again, I guess it's going to be probably Sunday. We'll have to see what time, though, and there'll be a lot more production value involved than what I got going on right now. Ord, what's happening? Deep South Alabama, how you doing? Matt AK, how's it going today? Sandra, good to see you. 10:45 in Queensland, Australia. Good day. Good day to you as well. My cousin lives in Wollongong in New South Wales. So, yeah, I got family. Well, I'm Irish, so all the Irish people have family in Australia, right? If I missed anybody, hello and welcome to this. It's not going to last very long. I like I said, I was just trying to test it out, and then my phone went bing, and I'm all, what the heck is Robert messaging me for? Curmudgeon, and he goes, so what's the test? And I'm all, what? Oh my God, you guys saw that. Judith Wright, hello in sunny Arizona. Uh-oh, where'd my screen go? Oh, now my screen went up there. All right, this is going to drive me nuts. Let us go back to display settings. And I'm going to show it only on one. And I'm going to keep those changes. And I'm going to turn that TV off. So then it won't try and go back on up there. Ray Davis, good to see you as well, my friend. John Feeney, thank you very much. Row about, Russ, what's up, my friend? Scotty's Backyard Barbecue. What's up, Scotty? Yeah, it's this guy's fault right here. Well, the snow's on the ground. For those of you not in Alaska, we got dumped on. I got about a foot of snow outside the cabin right now. The roof is perfect. It's shedding snow like nobody's business. It's doing fantastic. We got a snowstorm moving in again tonight. Matter of fact, I don't know. Here, let me see if I can spin my camera over here so that you can see out in the yard. Right? That's all snow in the trees right there. We got snow on the trailer or storage room right now. I'm having some minor issues with my generator. Again, they're just minor. It's not major. I sent a message off to Eric and Ariel on their last video asking them what they use for their generator, whether or not they use heat in it, because they've got a Honda suitcase too, and I have never put a fuel additive in it, and I think that's the issue. I think I got a little bit of water in there, so I'm gonna pour some heat in there and get that hopefully situated. Yes, Junior. Junior's asking if I completed the yard cleanup. I got it all done. I got everything cleaned up that I wanted to get cleaned up. It was super, super awesome. And I used the snow blower for the first time this year. And the nice thing about it was I didn't hit anything. It was all cleaned up. There was no surprises. I get my hands on some salmon skins after I got some oh, right on. Very cool. Very cool. Everything is ultimately Rob's fault. True, true. Do I want to borrow Russell's new toy? Oh, Russell from Raspberry Rock? I didn't even see that he got a new toy yet. Did he buy the mini excavator? I know he was talking about it. He saw it. I've been laying low. I haven't been. I've been watching videos, but I haven't been hanging out in lives very much. I've just been recording content and working here at the cabin and trying to get a bit ahead. As we get towards the holiday season. Holy smokes, there's 42 people on here right now. Nuts. Is the snow late this year? Yes and no. I mean, we had a little snow in October. Normally, October is when we're going to get our first snow, pretty much hands down on a regular basis here. So we got our first snow in October before I headed south to go down and hang out with the kids, and then we got pummeled. We had some cold weather. The cold held off, which is really, really nice. So basically, we lost about a month of winter, and I'm pretty happy about that. Showing 15 to 20 or 15 to 20 inches for the next couple of days. Well, you see, you're going to get a lot more than I am this time around, I think. I didn't look to see how much we're supposed to get this time. But I did notice that as of Saturday, it's going to go below zero for us again. I'm like, But I'm running around the cabin in socks. It's nice. It's very nice. Patricia Sweet, hello in the Adirondacks of New York. Very awesome to have you here today. John, you're saying seafoam? That's what they said too. Eric said that they'll either use heat or seafoam. Seafoam works pretty well too. I've never used seafoam, so maybe I'll look into that and give that a shot. Other than the fact that, like I said, it seems like I've got a little bit of moisture in there because it'll be running and then it'll cycle down and almost kill itself and then it'll go back up again, and it's brand new. I shouldn't be having these issues at all, I wouldn't think. I've not used heat in my generators. I drag the suitcase in too after every use, and I leave it inside because if I don't, it's going to freeze up and I'll get ice and snow on it because I don't really have a box built for it yet. So I've been bringing mine inside as well. Drop that camera down just a little bit more. There we go. Ray's saying, it's a good day when you don't throw a bunch of beer cans through the snowblower. Scotty mentioned the beer cans too. He goes, that's an awful lot of empty beer cans. Like, it would have been worse if there was an awful lot of full beer cans too, wouldn't it? That was like, since last summer, when I'm sitting outside working on the cabin all the way to this point. They were all sitting in buckets. Good day, Whiskey Harbor. How you doing? Steve G. Hi, Sean. I'm in Maine. I think my brother, Navy Dave. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I do know Navy Dave. I didn't know that was your brother. Awesome. How's he doing, man? I haven't seen a lot of posts from him lately. We're in heat inversion, so you stay a bit warmer. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You started a snow pole challenge for other YouTubers. Russell, I haven't tried going live on TikTok, and TikTok's kind of an interesting situation. So I started it up. I started up a TikTok channel just to do kind of different content. It's still based on the property here, but it's not content that's usually going to end up in one of my videos because I got to do it like this on the phone, right? Instead of like this. And I don't know how I've got like 3,800 followers there, but I've never tried to go live. I don't know that going live on TikTok would be something for me because it would be very difficult for me to read the comments. It's hard enough to read the comments on a screen because I'm an old guy. Sometimes I've got to actually go to see what everybody's saying, and I can't imagine doing that on the phone. Right? Frozen beer cans, exactly. Charles and Annalyn in the Philippines. How you guys doing? Good to see you today. I don't want to stay on here too long, though, guys. I'm going to blast off here. I don't know, probably in about 10 more minutes, just because Rain Dance Bushcraft. Oh, well, he won't be live tonight. Yeah, that's right. He posted he wouldn't be live tonight. Oh, we'll hang out for a little bit here. I've been pushing him to create content more often. We've been chipping away at the electrical. Nice. Yeah, I haven't. Electrical, something I'm going to get into here next. I've got this video already for this Friday's done, and next week's video is already recorded and ready to go. Like I said, I'm trying to get ahead here so that I can have content continuously without getting stopped. That's the big issue for me, is I just want to make sure that there's something out there for you guys every week. And last week's video, I thought, look, I'm just going to show myself cleaning up the property, and I was amazed. That stupid video has like over 8,000 views already, and it's like my #1 video of my last 10 videos. Crazy amount of views on that video. And I had a couple of negative comments on it too, and I'm like, what? I can't can't agree with you because people are watching the silly thing. And also this morning, I passed 700,000 views on YouTube. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. That is just crazy. John Feeney, stay off TikTok, CCP. It's so funny. There is so much funny stuff on there, John. I'm on there, like I said, I'm just showing bits and pieces of what I'm doing here. Or I'll be sitting around the campfire or do slow motion with snowflakes falling and stuff like that. But the comedy on TikTok is just hilarious. It's nuts. See, there it goes. There goes that generator. It kind of like stutters and goes again. And I just did a full service on the generator too. So oil change, new spark plug, everything. I've got to have some bad fuel in there is all I can think. If you go to TikTok, I have to twerk. I'm not twerking. Sean doesn't twerk. Good evening, Bird Dog. How are you? Sean barely dances. Southern Blessed Homestead. How you guys doing, Mac and Patty? Good to see you. Forrest. My wife watches YouTube women clean their house. Yeah, right, Junior? That was nuts. 700,000 views. And then even crazier than that, a couple of weeks ago, I passed 100,000 hours of watch time. People watched this idiot in Alaska over 100,000 hours worth of time. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is, and I'm having a blast doing it all still. Tony Ruth, good to see you, my friend. Glad you could make it for this impromptu bit of live. I won't even, this one here, I don't even know that I probably won't even save it. I probably won't even monetize it. Any cooking tips for Thanksgiving? John, I'm going to give you the greatest cooking tip you can ever have for Thanksgiving. Go to someone else's house for dinner. Let them cook. You don't have to clean up. You don't have to cook. You don't have to do anything. Bring a side dish. Bring some beer or wine or whatever, and that's the easiest way to do it. That's kind of what I do when it comes to Thanksgiving. Christmas is the meal I like to cook. But yeah, Thanksgiving, I'll go to somebody's house every chance I get now. I'm glad I don't have to cook anymore. Whiskey Harbor. If I found someone who can use my fifth wheel trailer, I'll keep it and use it for storage for the winter. This winter, I'll use it for storage now, mainly because I don't think anybody could get in here and get it out. It's got a good foot and a half of snow around it right now. So I think the chances of it being moved this year are slim to none, and I could use the storage space for this year as well. Frank, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Awesome, awesome, awesome to see you, Frank. Kristen Grounds, how are you, Kristen? Holy smokes, there's 71 people here. I got a little thing like right up here in the corner that tells me how long I've been alive, and then right next to that how many people are watching, and that's nuts. That is just nuts. It does, Jeff. It's got a ton of, there's a lot of stuff on there that I don't want to see, because I have made no secret that I am not a fan of the news in any way, shape, or form, because I honestly think that the more news that you watch, the more depressed you will get. There's way too many good things happening in the world, and way too many good things happening in everybody's lives around you. There are bad things, I admit that, but there's much more good things happening. And I think that for me personally, I got too focused on news and politics for many, many years, and I was not a happy person. So I don't, whenever I see that content, it's gone. I won't watch it anymore. When I'm on TikTok and something like that pops up, I just click the button and say not interested, because life is too short. I want to smile all the time. I want to have a great time all the time. Charles, how much does turkey cost in Alaska? Right there, it's like $60 US. That's crazy. Now, you won't spend that much for a bird here. If you spend $150 in groceries at my store, you get a 10 to 20 pound turkey for free. So you don't have to pay anything for the turkey. And then all the employees at the store this year also get a free turkey. It's the first time they've done that, which is kind of nice. We get, as employees for the company, we get a free turkey, we get a free dozen dinner rolls, we get a free 5-pound bag of potatoes, and a free carton of ice cream, which is super cool. But since I probably won't use it, as soon as I get it all set up and working on my phone, I'll just have my daughter use it in California. And then she can go ahead and get all that for free, because she's got the 3 boys and her husband, so the 5 of them, she won't have to pay for a turkey that way. I'll talk to her and see if she wants to do it, but they'll use it more than I'll use it. Your life got hit by trolls. Why do people do that? I don't understand why anybody would want to troll, especially somebody like us, right? Because our content is like this, right? Look, it's a cabin. I'm off grid. There's nothing, there's no reason to troll. That's crazy. Ed Case, Ohio in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Glad you can make it. CK, how are you? Very good to see you. It was a surprise to me, too. You can blame Robert. It's his fault because I was just doing a test and then he sent me a message and said, hey, there's like 9 of us in here. Are you coming on? I'm like, oh my gosh. Junior wants to know how the chickens are doing. Any of them molting? Yes, I got a couple of the blackbirds are molting. If I stop like that, it's just because I'm listening to the generator. A couple of the blacks are molting now, but they're feathering out again pretty quick, and they're outdoors every day when I come home. It was 22 degrees when I got home today, and all the chickens were outside, so they're doing good right now. Papa's Farm, welcome. Glad to have you here today. Jim, Woolly Rhino Adventure, you're taking your oldest granddaughter on her first cruise on Thanksgiving. That's very cool. Yeah, the ultimate in going to somebody else's house. Very cool. Nice. Art's got a pot of shrimp on. Very cool. Why is that generator doing that? I might take it into the shop and have them take a look at it. Bradley watching from Oregon. Very cool. Very cool. Suzanne, how are you? Right? Exactly. I don't watch the news. I got nothing to do with that. I got nothing to do with it anymore. Judith Wright, how are you? Glad you could be here this evening. Richard Young, I know Simple Living Alaska had issues with his Honda Jenny, had to change a part on it because of the cold. And I didn't have any issues in the summer, and I'm wondering if it is something to do with the cold. That's why I'll take it in. I just bought it. I haven't even had it a year yet, so it's still well under warranty. Oh, I'm just trying to catch up here. Right? Ice cream. We all know how Sean feels about ice cream. Right? Yeah, Steve's saying, and I think that's kind of our price too. Maybe 59 cents a pound up here. If you're just going to buy the bottom end turkey, and I'll be honest, I've had the store brand turkey all the way up to the fancy butterballs and everything else, and the store brand turkey is just as good. It's in the cook. It's generally, unless you're buying a fresh bird, it's not the bird, it's the person cooking it. Papa's Farm, been watching you work on that cabin at the beginning. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. It's been a challenge, that's for sure. It's been, this last year for me has been a physical and mental and all kinds of challenges. But so I have a thyroid issue. I've had a thyroid issue for probably 20 years now. And every year I have to go get blood work done. So I go to the doctor once a year, no matter what. And generally speaking, other than that, I don't really want to go. But yesterday was my appointment with the doctor to go over all my numbers from my lab work, and man, he just gave me a clean bill of health. He said, "Dude, your cholesterol is incredible." He goes, "Your weight's right in line. Your blood sugars are perfect." I'm like, "Sweet, awesome." So yeah, this has been a challenging year, and it's physically and mentally taxed me, but at the same time, man, it's so awesome to be in this cabin. There's Dave. Navy Dave, what's happening, my friend? Good to see you. Hey, Alaska's last frontier. How are you doing today? Man, it's pretty easy, right, Jeff? You know, to spend 150 bucks at a grocery store nowadays is a lot easier than it was 5 years ago. I'll tell you that. I haven't seen any moose tracks, CK, but I see them every morning going to work. Matter of fact, I almost whacked one Monday morning going to work. Came around a turn and went, whoa! So now I've got to slow down around those turns again. I saw the same two this morning, but I slowed down when I came around, so they were in the same spot, but not in the road this time. Yeah, right? You can hear that sputter? Like it sputters, it struggles, and then I don't know. It might even be a gas cap issue. It might be something where it's starving for air or for the fuel, trying to pull it down. So like I said, I'll take a look at it and maybe get into the shop if I have to. And Buck 50 from New York, awesome to have you here today. William Costa, how are you? Awesome you could be here in Brazil. Hello, Brazil. Very cool. Barefoot AK, how's it going? From the Matsu, very cool. Very cool. Karen Hawley, how are you? Watching from Central Alabama. Thank you very much. It's super nice to see all the folks that joined. 100 viewers right now. This is crazy. This is nuts. Okay, we'll go for about 10 more minutes. As long as the generator's still running here, we'll just keep going. If I lose the camera here, if the power goes out, if the generator stops for whatever reason, I've got a camera built to the laptop too, so we should be able to. I'm doing all this internet off my phone, so it should not be an issue. Whipple One, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Oh yeah, it's been awesome, man. It's been super, super awesome. I cannot, even though I said I was going to do this, and I started pushing this last year, and got the roof on this, temporarily with a tarp this last winter. If you'd have told me that I've been sitting in this cabin right now, pretty much toasty warm, living in it full time, by now I would have doubted it. I would have doubted it. Yeah, Dave, that's what he was saying. He was saying he's your brother. He's been helping you out with the electrical. Very cool. Kyle, how you doing from New Mexico? Awesome to see you. I don't know why that generator's doing that. Hang on, I'm going to take a peek at this real quick. Ah. I'm still here. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. Huh. So I got to figure it's got to be something with the fuel at this point, because it's kind of idle and rough right now too. But everything's still powered up and charging. Thank you guys very much, man. Happy early Thanksgiving to you as well. Sue Moore, you got to have gravy or most turkeys dry. I agree. And I'm a turkey once a year kind of guy. I'll eat it at Thanksgiving, but I'm not a super huge fan of turkey in general. I am. I'm getting through it. Right, Junior's right. At least I won't have to do that stupid roof anymore. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Sand Dollar J, how are you doing today? Company Mary sells fresh turkeys, and they're the best. Oh, okay. Huh. What'll be my biggest project in the cabin this winter? It's just going to be a bunch of little stuff, getting it more and more livable. I'm working on the pantry right now, and you'll see that next week, or the start of that in next week's video. I want to get the kitchen done this winter, because I'm getting really tired of cooking on that hot plate, or on the camp stove. I want to get I'm actually gonna go ahead and bite the bullet and buy a brand new oven. For inside, a battery ignition oven. Rather than try and fix this one and spend a couple of $100 on it, I could spend $650 and buy a brand new stove. So I want to get that done, get a refrigerator in here, get the counters in here, get the floor in the kitchen, get all that done. So that'll probably be the biggest project that I'm going to do. Barefoot in Alaska, just taking a coffee break from shoveling before round 3. For those that aren't aware, I guess Anchorage is a disaster. That they just got so much snow so fast that they couldn't move it, and they have other issues obviously up there too. But all of our freight comes out of our warehouses in Anchorage, and the drivers were just telling me, you can't even get through that town. It's just a freaking nightmare right now. Eves, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Susan, hello and welcome. Good to see you. Happy Tuesday to you as well. Sisu Haymaker, watching from Emerald Isle, North Carolina. I love watching. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Karen Holly says, my place is looking amazing. You bought a big bird, BB, Butterball. Yeah, had to carry it up the second floor of your apartment. Then there was the ham, not so big. I'm a bigger ham fan than I am turkey. If I'm doing the turkey, I don't mind it because I'll do a brine for 24 hours the day before, and then I like to smoke it with applewood. The Weber YouTube or the Weber website, WeberNation.com, I think is what it is. And I do most all of my grilling on a kettle, a Weber kettle. Had this recipe for apple smoked turkey with big time gravy, I think is called. And I do that recipe and it's just delicious. Eric had a generator problems. He installed a cold weather kit. I'll talk to the guys at Ron's, where I bought this from, Ron's Honda Shop down here, and find out what they've got. And I'll let him know what's going on with it. Mary, how are you? Good to see you. That looks good, right? There we go. Irish Rugby Football Union, IRFU. Man, Ireland did great in the Rugby World Cup this year and then blew it in the semifinals. Ah, well. Let's see what I got here. Dimensional Horse, how are you? Good to see you. Glad you could pop in. Central North Carolina Sand Hills area for Papa's Farm. Awesome. Yeah, so Navy Dave's sitting here saying his generator kind of fluctuates. Could be a dirty carb jet. There's some vids on how to clean it. I watched a couple of vids on how to clean it right off the bat because, obviously University of YouTube, right? And I'm not going through that. I'll take it to the shop and let him fix it. I might be buying another one because, one is none and two is one. And I do need to make sure I have a backup. The other generator, for those that were here when that all happened, is complete toast. It disintegrated inside. Todd took it apart. The shaft and everything was just mangled pieces of metal throughout the whole thing. Look at that. It's Jay and Jen. Awesome, awesome, awesome to see you guys. Woot, woot. Ray, thank you very much, man. I'll see you Friday, too. I'll be here Friday noon, Alaska time. There'll be a new video. I can guarantee it because it's already uploaded and ready to go. Also, I had a viewer point out to me that the videos at some point, and I think it was when I updated my editing program, at some point they went from HD back down to standard definition, and I think I fixed that. With last week's video, that was in HD. So it's 1080 by 1920 or whatever, and this week's video, same thing, should be HD as well. So the video quality should be much better. I mean, it's still the same files, but I record at a certain level, and apparently it wasn't coming through that way. I don't know how it got tweaked, but I think that issue has been fixed. Karen said, it looks beautiful in Alaska. I want to be warm and cozy with you, Mr. Heater Buddies, and your amazing wood stove, too. Yeah, the wood stove's not installed. I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting that done yet, but it'll get there. There's other things that were more important to get done first, and I want to make sure I do that wood stove right. I talk more about it, I believe, in this week's video. I think I talk more about what I did with or what I'm doing and what my thought process is on that wood stove. If it's not this week's video, it's next week's video. William Moore, is this my first winter? If so, what do you plan on doing when you can't go outside? This is my 10th winter in Alaska. This is my this is my 4th winter on the property, but my first winter in the cabin. There's never a time when I can't go outside. I drive to work every single day. It doesn't matter what the temperature is. I always go outside and do stuff. I've got some snowshoes. I'll go snowshoeing. If I get kind of cabin feverish and I want to get some warmer weather, if we get real cold snaps, I'll take a drive down to Homer, where it could be 20 above zero compared to 20 or 30 below zero here. But I never get stuck inside. I can always go outside. Thank you very much. The floor does look awesome. I'm really pleased with that. Wait till you see this week's video. What was it, this week's? No, it'll be next week's. Wait till you see what I'm doing in the pantry. I'm pretty excited with that. When am I going full fur? I just shaved this off yesterday. I might start growing the beard. I gauge when it's time to grow the beard by when Sean James at My Self Reliance has grown his. And he grew his early this year, so I'm thinking that it's probably time to get that thing going. Kurt, thank you very much. Right. There's a couple of viewers that do in fact knit, and a very good friend of mine. Let me show you this, you guys. It's funny because when I first moved to the town that I graduated from high school in, Tuolumne, I dated a gal that was a cheerleader on that football team, and her name was Melissa. And first girl I ever dated when I moved there. And her and I have been the best of friends. I mean, we didn't work out, obviously, right? Because Sean's single. But she like knits me stuff all the time. Look at this. Huh? She just sent me, it's all wool. She just sent me that wool knitted couch throw. And I'll curl up under that in the evening when I'm sitting there reading something. It's awesome. I love it. Marcus, what's happening, my friend? You good to see you? Annette, how are you? Glad you could pop in. PTL Fabrication, how's it going? You drive for FedEx Freight, said it doubles, doesn't do well in the snow, right? Yeah, and all of my freight that shows up down at the store where I work is doubles. Every single load is doubles. Cliff at Foxit Outdoors, how you doing, my friend? This is a test of Sean in Alaska broadcast system. Survivor Mama, how you doing? Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. Watching from Maine, very cool. Derek Kane, been watching your channel for a little while. You've done just fine on your build. Haven't not done anything like that before. Thank you very much. And I tell you what, I owe it all to good friends who actually have done this kind of stuff before that I could ask questions of, and YouTube and viewers. So when I would do something to make a mistake, man, the first person that would let me know are the loyal viewers, and I love that because I can go back a lot of times and fix it. Sometimes I can't, but I always learn from the next time, and it's been a blast. BLR, how you doing? Matt in Minnesota, awesome. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I'll be listening on my earbuds. Got to get back out there before I load my oomph. Right? Exactly. Trail Camp Pete, good to see you, my friend. Awesome, awesome to have you here. I'm trying to scroll through here and catch up because we're probably running just about to the end. I'm going to keep this one kind of short. James Hawkins from Oklahoma, awesome to see you, my friend. Glad you could make it here today. Cool, I'm all caught up now. I'm going to call it quits for the evening, guys. I got to go cook myself some dinner tonight. And then I don't want to keep running that generator if it's doing what it's doing right now because it's just going to foul everything up anyway. But thank you guys for joining me for the first unofficial live from the cabin this winter. And look for me probably on Sunday. I'll see what I can do. Maybe I'll do it on Sunday or Monday. Shoot me off a message and let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment here on the bottom of this and tell me what you think, which day you think would be good to do it on. A Sunday or a Monday would probably be my two best days to be able to pull it off. Susan St. Louis, good to see you. Awesome to have you here. All right, with that, I'm going to jump out of here, folks. Thank you very much. Have yourself a fantastic rest of the week. We'll see you on Friday with the newest video. And then, like I said, I'll probably be live on Sunday or Monday. Sundays are good. I like Sundays. All right, talk to you guys later. I'm out of here. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.